From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, February the 15th, 2017. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met today with U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House. The two addressed the press before sitting down for a meeting in the Oval Office.
With this visit, the United States again reaffirms our unbreakable bond with our cherished ally, Israel. Both of our countries will continue and grow. We have a long history of cooperation in the fight against terrorism and the fight against those who do not value human life. America and Israel are two nations that cherish the value of all human life. This is one more reason why we reject unfair and one-sided actions against Israel at the United Nations, which has treated Israel, in my opinion, very, very unfairly. Our administration is committed to working with Israel and our common allies in the region towards greater security and stability. That includes working toward a peace agreement between Israel and the Palestinians. But it is the parties themselves who must directly negotiate such an agreement. I want the Israeli people to know that the United States stands with Israel in the struggle against terrorism. As you know, Mr. Prime Minister, our two nations will always condemn terrorist acts. Peace requires nations to uphold the dignity of human life and to be a voice for all of those who are endangered and forgotten. Those are the ideals to which we all and will always aspire and commit.
President Trump, thank you for the truly warm hospitality you and Melania have shown me, my wife Sarah, our entire delegation. Israel has no better ally than the United States. And I want to assure you, the United States has no better ally than Israel. Our alliance has been remarkably strong. But under your leadership, I'm confident it will get even stronger. Under your leadership, I believe we can reverse the rising tide of radical Islam. And in this great task, as in so many others, Israel stands with you, and I stand with you. And let us bring the remarkable alliance between Israel and the United States to even greater heights. Thank you, Mr. President.
After their remarks in responding to a question from the press, Trump said he hoped the Israeli Prime Minister would hold off on settlements for now, and that he was optimistic that they could reach a good deal, referring to peace negotiations with the Palestinians. Responding to the idea of a two-state solution, Trump said he was open to whichever solution the two sides chose. And regarding the possible move of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, Trump said he'd love to see that happen and that he was looking at it with great care. Netanyahu also weighed in, saying he has not given up on peace and pointed to the Palestinian refusal to recognize Israel's right to exist and continuing incitement against Israel. He said they had to look at new ways to move peace forward, including involving the cooperation of Arab states. Ynet reports that Director of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency Mike Pompeo met with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas today in Ramallah. Ynet said that Palestinian officials told them about the meeting, confirming an earlier report by Palestinian news agency Ma'an. The meeting between the officials was said to have touched upon diplomatic matters. A rocket landed in an open area in Israel's northern Golan Heights last night. The IDF said no injuries or damage was caused. The projectile was thought to have been a result of spillover from the Syrian civil war, and the IDF was investigating. And staying with the IDF, the Israeli army announced yet another glass ceiling shattered by women soldiers in Israel. 6 female soldiers were accepted to a prestigious course in the IDF that will teach them to climb, rappel, and rescue both fellow soldiers and civilians. This is the first time that the special training course has been open to women who already serve as fighter pilots in Israel's Air Force, as well as infantry commanders and special ops combatants. Officials of the World Jewish Congress are in Berlin this week holding meetings with German officials on several areas of concern. The group is being led by World Jewish Congress CEO Robert Singer, who met with German Justice Minister Heiko Maas and his deputy Christian Lang to discuss strategies to combat hate speech, Holocaust denial, and anti-Semitic incitement on the Internet. The delegation met earlier this week with Berlin's governing mayor, Michael Mueller, as well as with members of Germany's legislature and with journalists, as well as with heads of major foundations in the country. Over 1,000 people have signed a petition to keep a home in Plaszow, Poland, significant to the Holocaust, from becoming a luxury villa. The house belonged to SS Commander Eamon Goethe, known as the Butcher of Plaszow, who held a number of Jewish women captive in the house and tortured them during the Holocaust. The new owner of the home reportedly is looking to convert it and not keep it open to visitors as it has been. The petition is asking Krakow City Council to make the building a recognized site of Holocaust memory, part of the new Plaszow Museum. The petition was launched by British-based charity J Roots. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, February the 15th at 7 o'clock, it's From the Aleph Bet. At 7:30, the latest edition of Kosher Movies. At 8, a klezmer concert with Daniel Kahn. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Senior Rabbi of Congregation Agudath Shalom in Stamford, Connecticut, Daniel Cohen, on L'chaim. And at 10, Professor of Jewish Studies at Indiana University, Shaul Magid, talks about the life and peace philosophy of Israeli Rabbi Menachem Froman. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, February the 15th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.